On Monday, and there's an album coming, by the way, Pictures of the Other Side. That's out in July. So you think Gareth Gates, and then what happens is, unless you saw Jonathan Ross last week, you think, oh, where's he gone? What's he doing? What's he up to? And then all of a sudden he's in front of you and you think, ah, there he is. And you don't seem to stutter anymore?
Well, I'm part of a speech therapy program called the Maguire program,
right?
And it teaches a new way of speaking, a new way of breathing, using a different part of the diaphragm, as well as helping you to tackle the psychological elements that come with having a stammer.
Right.
I'm now an instructor on the course, but reading sort of lots of the headlines in the papers and the feedback we've got from Jonathan Ross, people think I'm cured, and it's certainly not a cure. We see it as a sport where athletes getting good at speaking, so the moment you stop doing your exercises and warm-ups, that's when you start to experience problems.
And would it come back if you were nervy, or if
I mean, there's certain situations like talking to a legend like Steve Wright.
Stop it now, Gareth, stop it.
We get nervous every afternoon.
I'm nervous.
It must be amazing for you, though.
It's a very liberating feeling to finally be able to speak, instructing as well.
I would think this single, and indeed the forthcoming album, is a fairly liberating experience, because I saw that documentary that they did on you, Whatever Happened to Gareth Gates.
Yeah.
You're coming through what seems to have been an interesting and at times difficult period after the whole Pop Idol thing.
Yeah, I mean, this next stage of my life, I'm really looking forward to being given more creative freedom on my music as an artist. After Pop Idol, I didn't really know what sort of artist or what sort of records I wanted to make, so I allowed the record company to craft and mould me into the artists that they wanted to market. Don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed the previous two albums and everything about it, and the amount of success it brought, which were fantastic. I was a 17-year-old lad who was just thrusted into the limelight, but was everything that surrounded that was very positive, I felt. So I've never really thought, I wish I'd have done things differently.
But you did go through a phase, didn't you? Because I remember opening up the Evening Standard, and it would be, Gareth is a bit out of it again. He maybe had a drink too many, or whatever. But also they would forget that you're also a young bloke.
Yeah, I mean, certainly at that age, which what other 18-year-old lad wouldn't have done? What I did, out most nights. Don't get me wrong, I'm still 22, I still enjoy a drink.
Why not?
And I'm sure you'll still see pictures of me.
As long as you're not drinking to excess.
Well, exactly.
Is it true that you're writing songs with Judy Zook?
Yes, I'm
that's interesting. What?
I'm a really good
whatever
friend
happened to Judy Zook?
She stayed with me till dawn.
No,
but she's been working with somebody else who we've had on here.
She's worked with Lucy Silver.
Lucy Silver.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
They're all, well, all of us are really good friends. I've spent quite a bit of time with Judy. She's a fantastic writer, and even though she's from back in the day, she still brings something quite fresh to songwriting. I
like to think that she's wearing a big long dress, and that she lights up candles when it gets to about 6:30 at night. You know what I'm saying?
I think that pretty much sums up Judy Zook.
And then she won't have any tea, and if she does, it'll be rocket salad. And then she'll go off.
She won't have any tea.
and maybe
she plays a grand piano that's permanently parked on a beach somewhere in South Wales.
Some organic soup, and then she'll go off and write songs till dawn. Hey, that's what I think. She is, as you say, like a great artist.
Are you enjoying this period more than the whole Pop Idol thing? Because obviously you're more in control now, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been able to, from a very young age, having a speech problem resulted in me not being able to truly express myself, and that's something I've struggled with all my life. So my form of expression was music. That's why I learned to play several instruments at a very young age, and I started to write songs, because I wasn't able to say what I wanted to say, and so it is something I've always done.
I mean, I don't think it's a difficulty. I mean, I suppose, in a sense, have to appeal to the same people, but those people that have grown up a little bit, much like, I suppose, Take That have done, and get a new audience and keep the old audience at the same time. Because when you talk to people about that era, they go, oh, Gareth Gates and Will Young. Yeah. Oh, we love them. They kind of locked you in together for a while. But I suppose you have to move away from that, but also, tip your hat to it at the same time.
I think Will's done amazingly well, in what he's done, because he has done that. I've learnt a lot from Will. After Pop Idol, Will's always known what sort of artist he wanted to become and what sort of records he wanted to make.
Are you still mates?
Yeah, we often text each other, and we sort of meet up every now and then.
And what do you think of the whole kind of phenomenon, the way that Pop Idol has become American Idol, Indian Idol, Japanese Idol, and the way it's become, I suppose you could say, it's become the X Factor here now? Do you still think it's a valid kind of format and a way to come through?
Yeah, I think it gets a lot of unfair criticism in that, you know, I think it's the perfect launch pad for people that have a passion to perform with talent. I know you get a lot of jokers on there as well, but
Nothing wrong with Chico.
Well, exactly. I think the true test is how the individual uses it to their advantage, you know.
I'll tell you what I would do. I would have you as a guest judge for 2 or 3 weeks. That's what I would do. Wouldn't that be cool? Eh? Well, when the album comes out, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, look, they're lighting up. All the little faces, the record company's faces are lighting up out there.
Hey.
Oh, look, someone's had an idea.
Finally.
Yeah. Gareth's new single Changes out on Monday, and album Pictures of the Other Side is out in July.
Would you do me a massive favour?
Sure.
Steve? My dad, Paul.
He's a big fan of the show. I never listen, but my dad...
No, he is a massive fan of the show, and he was a fan from the 80s when he did a similar time slot on Radio 1, and Top of the Pops
He's
2.
been reminded of his age.
Excuse me, give him a chance. This is for his dad.
He was there when Marconi was... weren't we all?
All that, exactly. So would you say hi to Paul? Paul Gates.
OK, Paul Gates. And where is he then, Gareth?
He's at home in Bradford.
OK. Hello, Paul. Thank you very much. We do love you, and we're looking after your son here, and he's fantastic. He's got a great new single, and the album apparently is brilliant, and we're looking after him.
All right, that's enough. That's enough.
Thank you, Paul. There you go. Gareth Gates, everybody.
Thank you very much.